am having to like reprogram my mind to keep up with. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are starting off on a much dimmer note because very exciting news. My dad installed shades. So we've got some shades in here. We've also got shades down here, but I'm putting them up because like the thing is I'm going to want them up 90% of the time. It's just when the sun is blinding, I'll definitely want them down. And then also at night, I hadn't been using my office because it's just so awkward for anyone walking by, like just I'm illuminated in my office at night, so that is exciting. And the ones here in my office are like the roller ones. Like obviously I don't need the motorized ones for my office because, you know, it's not that high up. And now it is bright. And by the way, I can link below the exact ones I got because I was getting a lot of questions on Instagram. We got them from Lowe's. I'm obsessed, but my mom is here in her new Christmas shirt that I got her.
We can link it down below.
But a lot of people have been commenting saying you look so good.
Really?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Ah, nice. Thank you, everyone.
I'm sure people will want to know your routine.
My routine?
Yeah.
Of laziness?
I'm serious.
The walking. Pretty much walking for me
is
right
all
now.
You can do.
Yeah. So I've been trying to do that consistently, but with resting. So I, do a couple of hours of active, then I go into the recliner, then...
Well, actually, talk about your spoons theory.
And it's not my theory. I forget the name.
Oh, yeah.
You could look up the name and insert the person's name, but you can't describe to people what it's like to have some autoimmune diseases. And she came up with a theory having lunch with one of her friends. She took all of the spoons on the tables and said, at the beginning of the day, I have 10 spoons. And I know that if today's a day I'm going to wash and dry my hair, that uses up 2 spoons. They're almost like units of energy.
That's funny for you. It would be 5 spoons.
I know, right?
My mom has the craziest hair.
I do have the craziest hair.
It looks good, but it
no,
just takes...
I feel bad for my hairdresser. Even when she had to have shoulder surgery, I'm convinced it was
just show how thick it is. Look, I mean, honestly, in an age where people's hair is like falling out.
All right, I have chemotherapy. And everybody on this website for it, Rituxan, keeps writing their hair loss. They're so upset about it. Obviously, I have the slow thyroid, and everybody has hair loss. So that's my one
The chemo's for lupus, right?
Yes, yeah. It's the same one that Selena Gomez had in her documentary.
You saw her use it, and you wanted to copy her.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Well, look behind, so we can see like even the back. I mean,
it's just.
It looks good though. Oh my gosh! Wait, I should insert the photo of what you wanted your hair to be, and your hairdresser was like, no.
She always does that.
Yeah.
Same hairdresser for 30 years.
I interrupted the spoons theory, so yeah, basically.
Oh yeah, so you have to know that if you use up your spoons, you really have to take yourself out of commission because then you've overdone it. And that's pretty much what I like. So when I wake up in the morning, I take an hour in the recliner. My particular thing is I have pain when I'm not moving, so when I get out of bed, I'm bad. And mine is I feel like I'm vibrating or electrical. So I do the 1 hour in the recliner, do my shower, I walk the dog. It's like a half a mile, but he's very slow. And then if I know I'm going out to lunch, I walk into town. That's a mile there and a mile back. And none of it's speed walking. And obviously I'm not working anymore, which was something new. So I was able to incorporate that into the day. So I try to do an hour rest in between a lot of things. And it works for me. But everyone is different. And my mom is saying, by the way, this is my stash of all of my advent calendar stuff that I've been getting from Sephora. But you think I should redo my office. Yeah, well, your office is not for guests or anything. For me, it's for your viewers. And you want it to be pleasing to them. So it's, first of all, it's a cute room. But it doesn't have to be set up like, oh, I have company coming and they're sitting down. It's more for when you want to sit in the sofa and talk to the viewers. So I thought it would be more pleasing for the viewers to look at it. It's a little bit awkward for us. You can get the viewers to vote, but I think Mom is right. Plenty of room here, and then if you're walking into this room...
It just looks so weird.
I know it looks weird walking into the room, but you have to think to yourself, it's not for walking into the room. This whole room is for your viewers.
It's not just for them.
It is. You have the rest of the house for you. You have the rest of the house for you. So I know if somebody walks in.
Let me see. Okay, so here's where I normally film. I normally film here. It just looks weird. It looks like I literally just put a cap.
Because you're not used to it. So to anybody else who hasn't, none of your viewers have walked into this room.
I mean, I'll keep it like this for a hot second, but I honestly...
And then ask the people.
What? I thought you were done, like, come on.
Oh my gosh.
You're done until January the what, the 30th or something?
No, oh my gosh. Dad making his 1.5 sandwiches, and unfortunately he is leaving us today.
For later on today. Go out and show them outside where I took down the lights.
I can't show the outside of the house, Dad. Dad's just trying to...
So you never showed my, all my labour was in vain.
All your security stuff in his house plan.
Nobody would ever recognise your house, Clancy. Jesus. What do you think, you're important or something?
The bad news is my parents are gone, but the good news is my Hungry Root order is here, and this is like the most exciting part of the week. As you guys know, I have really been trying to get more into cooking. I've been trying to spend more time in the kitchen, and Hungry Root has helped with that so much. Full disclosure, I use Hungry Root with my own money. I am just like a full paying customer, but I am getting to work with them on this video, which is super exciting because I have a really, really good discount code for you. But if you guys have never heard of Hungry Root, you don't know what that is, it's basically an online grocery store meets meal delivery service, where I know there are so many meal delivery services out there. I personally have not come across anything like this. And let me just actually take a peek. Yes! It's always so exciting opening up my box. But basically how it works, when you sign up, you will take a short quiz and you'll answer questions like, what are your goals? Are you trying to eat healthier, lose weight, save money, spend less time in the kitchen? Like, you want to whip up faster meals? Do you have any dietary restrictions? This is huge for me. And then you even answer questions about your taste preferences. And then Hungry Root will send you meal suggestions for the week. But the really cool thing about this, you could be as hands-on or as hands-off as you want. I've had times, especially the more I use Hungry Root, the more they get to know me. They recommend 5 recipes, good to go. I don't have to do a thing. Or I could say, actually this week I'm craving more stir fries, or I'm craving more sandwiches or salads, whatever it might be, and then you can go in and fully customize it. The really neat thing about Hungry Root though, and that sets it apart from pretty much like any other meal delivery service I've ever come across, they are quite literally giving you the groceries. So you're not getting these just tiny meal packets where you have this one meal and then that's it. It's full-size ingredients. You are getting so much more bang for your buck. One of the meals is going to be a sandwich this week, but look how much bread they gave me. Like, that is going to be other meals throughout the week for me as well. I'm honestly not exactly sure what I'm even in the mood for tonight, but let's just go through it. This week, Hungry Root sent me ingredients for a sesame snap pea and chicken stir fry, the classic chicken and broccoli skillet, grilled chicken rainbow veggie rice bowl, extra guac chicken tostada, and the smashed chickpea and avocado salad sandwich. That actually I think is gonna be my lunch tomorrow, but I think I'm gonna go with the stir fry tonight. Their stir fries are so good. Okay, I just finished cooking. It took me less than 10 minutes. If I were to do this on my own, I would be in the kitchen all night. There'd be a huge mess. It'd be a whole project. Less than 10 minutes. Are you very excited?
I am. It looks very good and smells very good. So
let's actually do a taste test together. Okay. Cheers. Oh my gosh.
yeah, it's really good.
We have not had a bad meal from them yet. Even just the idea, I would have never thought to do this.
No, just like the snap peas is like just something different that we don't eat.
As for that discount, if you guys are interested in trying out Hungry Root, they are offering the first 100 people who sign up using my code, which is just Clancy40, 40% off your first order. I also have a little QR code thing you can scan over here, but yeah, I cannot recommend this enough. Whether you live alone, if you live with your significant other, you live with a family, it just makes it so much easier. It actually makes it fun. Like, it actually is enjoyable to be in the kitchen, which those are words I never thought I would say. And just so cost efficient. So I'll have all of that information down below. I know Zach is wanting to get back to his dinner. I made him stop because he was scratching with his fork. Good morning, guys. I'm honestly feeling a little self-conscious right now because I feel like an egghead. I love these headbands for the gym if it's going to be a sweaty workout, but I've always had a larger forehead than most, maybe. I remember my cousin and I, we always used to joke that we were going to get forehead reductions because I guess it's like, I don't have quite a 5 head. Like, that's where, like, you could literally put, like, your 4 fingers and then another one on your forehead, but it's definitely at least a 4.5. Anyway, just finished a workout. It was burst training, which is like a really sweaty day, so that's why I opted for the headband. But I'm actually about to go to Kroger because it's gonna be a baking day. I am seriously just like in the kitchen era. And I know it's annoying when people say everything for era, like, okay, like not everything's an era, but like really, I have baked and cooked more in the past month than I have in like 5 years, which is great. Like, we love to see it. So we're actually going to our friend's house for a little party tonight. It's going to be our first time at their house. It's really exciting when our friends buy houses and seeing their neighborhood. Like, I just feel like this phase of life we're in right now is just so like wholesome and pure, but I really want to bake something. And I want to also make like a side dish app type thing. Like, it's not a sit down dinner. It's just like picking. I feel like everyone's just gonna be picking things. So I really want to bake. My mom got me this for Christmas, which is so nice of her. It is the Food Allergy Baking Book. I had said in a vlog, and she got this book before I even said it in a vlog, I wish they had a baking book for my specific allergies because I am dairy, egg, and nuts. And they do. They do. I can confirm. So I made those chocolate cookie bars for Christmas, which, oh my gosh, guys, they're so freaking good. I can link that recipe below. It is amazing, but I want to branch out. And I normally make cookies. I'm thinking I might try some type of muffin. And I don't even have like a muffin tin. I'm gonna have to get everything from scratch. And that's the thing. When you bake at first, it's so expensive because you are buying everything. You're buying the baking soda, the flour, like all of those ingredients that in future times I'm not gonna have to buy every time. And I want to see if they have some type of muffin. I literally was running out the door this morning going to the gym, so I like just snatched this book. Blueberry bran muffins, that really doesn't hit. Okay, banana chocolate chip muffins. That looks kind of amazing. It's so tough because I could buy any of these delicious desserts. They're $5 for the entire thing, and everyone would love them. They'd be a hit, but they wouldn't be made with love. Because of that, we are going to walk away. Alright guys, we're at that point where my recipes tend to go a little south. The recipe calls for margarine. What even is that? Margarine. I am unsure, but I do know what butter is. And butter, it's never let me down in the past, so I don't think it's gonna let me down now. Oh wow, guys, can you even imagine if this was the type of person I was who showed up with like the ready-to-go mixes? Like, we don't do that. No, we make it from scratch. That's who we are. Not taking any shortcuts. The ingredients have been secured. These chocolate chips, by the way, are the best things ever for baking because they're like chunks. Yeah, that's it. That's what makes them so elite. Chunks are so much better than chips. And for my side, like my little appetizer type thing, I think I'm gonna try to do some type of potato wedge type thing, possibly some carrots too. I'm gonna make that decision later today, but first I have a whole bunch of computer work to get done. I hate to say it, I really do, but I feel like the couch might look a little bit off there. I don't know, but I have just been editing, doing computer work. I just finished the little intro that you guys would have seen at the beginning of this video because with my little, like, I didn't do Vlogmas obviously, but with my little like Christmas intro, I loved that. I loved having like a little intro to each video. I don't want it to be long. I cannot stand when people have like these crazy long, even for podcast intros. Like, I don't want to listen to like a 45-second thing every single week in which it's just the same thing. So just a cute little intro type thing. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I just think it's cool to show at least a little bit of what the video is going to be about. But I did change into semi-normal clothes. My toxic trait, if I know I'm going to be inside doing computer work all day and I'm going somewhere at night, I will just be in my robe all day. But then nighttime comes and like I feel disgusting. So obviously not that I'm getting dressed up over here, but yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, January is so much more, busy than December. Like normally I feel like in the content creator space, influencer, whatever you want to call it, November and December are so busy, and that was not the case for me. Like they were kind of just normal, like pretty normal. I'm looking at like my Google Cal right now, and November was a little bit busy, but like December, not so busy, and then January hit, and I feel like it's just like one thing after the other, which I'm not complaining. Like being busy, I've said it before, if you are self-employed, if you work for yourself, being busy is a blessing. Like seriously, so grateful to have work to do. It's just weird because historically January is so slow. I'm so happy though that I'm finally able to use my January planner. I love this one. You can get it at Target. It's just like the most aesthetically pleasing planner I've ever had, and there's so much space to write. And then even in like the calendar area, I love, like I'm obsessed with this type of calendar. I'm about to run out the door to get a housewarming gift for our friends, which normally I feel like our go-to is like a bottle of wine, a bottle of liquor, something like that. But our one friend just announced she's pregnant. So I feel like that's pretty thoughtless to be like, here, enjoy this in 7 months, 6 months, however many months it is. And I'm not sure what I'm going to get. The gift shop I wanted to go to is closed, so I might honestly just go to Target. I'm sure they'll have something. Slight change of plans. I decided to do HomeGoods instead. I feel like you can never go wrong with a candle, so I'm gonna explore the store more, see if there's anything else, but if all else fails, this is a good option. Can you imagine if we walked in with just like a whole lamp? That'd be so good. Or a hamper. Like these are the things I would do if I was rich. I wouldn't buy like a bunch of designer stuff for myself. I would simply just buy weird things for gag gifts. Some of these candles are rough. It's actually remarkable how awful this smells. All right, the big reveal. We've got a nice hand soap, and I like that the bottle is like, what material is this, like glass? Like it looks nice. And then you cannot go wrong with a candle. I thought this one was cute because it says "This is us" on it. You know, they're not even newlyweds. And the scent is like a nice like warm vanilla type. I'm about to head to Dollar Tree to pick up a card that is like my life hack that you guys actually told me about. I will never again get a card from like Target or even HomeGoods. They're like $5 there, which is insane. Another thing, I was gonna pick up the Wall Street Journal this morning because I haven't read it in quite some time. I used to be obsessed with it. $5 for the Wall Street Journal. Like that feels like a lot. I feel like back in the day I was buying it for like $2.50, $2.75, like not $5. And I understand like $5 isn't like a lot in the grand scheme of things. We need to have a talk later actually, because yeah, we'll have a talk later. If you want to start cutting potato wedges, that could help.
I was hoping you just said
Zach,
Honey,
why'd you ask?
the answer was just no.
Why'd you ask?
No.
The muffins are in the oven. I am so excited to see how they turn out. I don't think I'm gonna have time though to taste test before we leave because I'm kind of running a little bit behind here. So that's a little nerve-wracking, but you know what? It'll keep things spicy for tonight. I did want to chat with you guys about something that is on my mind, and I need to know, like, am I the only one? Money, finances, the economy, like, and this is something that if you watch my videos, you've probably noticed, like, I'm constantly talking about how expensive things are. And I didn't even realize until someone commented on one of my last videos, I mean, honestly, complaining about how often I'm bringing up how expensive things are. And by the way, like, when you guys leave comments, like, I'm not just like rolling my eyes and like, oh, whatever. I take them to heart. Like, truly, I never want my videos to be a place where someone feels bad about themselves or less than in any way. Like, that is never my goal, ever. Never has been on social media. So, like, I really take comments to heart. that are well-meaning, obviously. But the person said, like, it's, you know, stop talking about how expensive things are because I use your videos as an escape and it just reminds me of my money situation, essentially, which is not good. And I've heard that from a lot of people, like a lot of people's money situations not being great right now. And first of all, I do want to say, listen, like, my videos are never going to be a full escape. Like, I'm never going to come on here and pretend like life is perfect. And that's something that I've talked about on here before, because I have gotten this complaint before. Like, people are like, we don't want to hear about like your problems or this or that. My goal is never to like sound ungrateful or complain, but I do just like to keep things real. I like to be kind of unfiltered. I don't like to start a vlog and be like, how can I pretend to be as happy and carefree as possible? I do consider myself to be a pretty positive person in general. I hope that can sometimes come across, but at the end of the day, like, I'm never like premeditating things. Like, I'm just kind of, I don't know, like just showing you my thoughts as they come to me, my feelings, my emotions, all of that. So yeah, did want to mention that. Also, dang it, I did not see I have a giant pimple on my forehead. That's upsetting. But anyway, back to the finances. I'm feeling it too, guys. And like, just how expensive everything has gotten. But not only that, and this is something that I remember telling my friends who were renegotiating like their contracts in TV news last year, if your boss isn't giving you a sizable raise, you are essentially taking a pay cut just because of how much more expensive life is. Like, for example, if you were making $50,000 5 years ago, you could plug it in, like whatever it is. That is so different than $50,000 today. They are not the same.
Oh my gosh, guys, I just plugged it in, and $50,000 in January of 2019 is equivalent to $61,000 in October of 2023. That is insane.
I remember I was shocked. The apartments I moved into back in 2017 in Dayton, at the time I was paying around $700 for them. I'll insert it here of how much they are, but I remember when I looked it up, I was shocked. Like, I would not be able to afford them on the salary that I was making back then. Like, it's so crazy that life is getting so much more expensive, and it's starting to hit me like, okay, if life is this expensive, the only solution, like, you gotta make more money in order for you to be living the same lifestyle. And one reason I was thinking about this is I don't make like New Year's resolutions, but I still love making goals. I think it keeps me organized, it keeps me motivated. And financially, like, I honestly, like, these past couple years, like, don't have a goal. It's not like I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to make this. Not at all, but there always is just like a number kind of like around there I like to be. And in my head, I'm thinking, is that number even like good now? I feel like it's not. Like, I am having to like reprogram my mind to keep up with inflation. I don't know, like, it really does feel overwhelming. And I probably should eventually get a financial advisor. Zach and I were in the works to get one like a year and a half ago, and then we just never did. Sometimes, like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like all of that stuff like really does overwhelm me though. And I'm like, can I even trust you? And I do want to say, like, two things can be true. For example, me saying this, like, oh my gosh, life is expensive, I've been feeling overwhelmed. It doesn't mean I am going to only shop at Dollar Tree for the next 3 months. Like, I think people sometimes get very like literal with like what I say. I obviously live like a very comfortable life. It was very different 6 or 7 years ago, or even when Zach first met me. I literally owned like 3 pairs of shoes outside of work. Like, I had my work heels, and then I had this awful pair of wedges. And I remember Zach was like, you have to get a new pair of shoes. Like, we were literally like 2 months into dating, and because they were falling apart. But in my mind, oh, I cannot get rid of these until they are like literally unusable. Like, I had just such a different mindset. Obviously, I had a different financial situation as well. So I'm grateful to not be in that place anymore, but I think you could still be smart with your money while enjoying life. And everyone has different phases. Like, sometimes you're in more of a saving period, sometimes you're in more of a spend, sometimes you're in, like, right now I feel like I'm in a combination. Like, want to be smart with it, still want to have like little splurges, like maybe a vacation or buying Zach tickets to the Pacers game for Christmas, like little things like that. I also read this article recently. Okay, it was fortune.com. The title is $100,000 isn't the salary it once was for millennials as they feel the middle class squeeze. And honestly, that is one of the big reasons I'm so grateful to be living in the Midwest, where it really is a heck of a lot more affordable, and I just feel so much more comfortable here. Like your money just goes so much farther than, for example, where I'm from, Long Island, where literally you buy a shack for like $500,000. And no hate to Long Island, by the way. I mean, my mom always said, like, okay, but it matches with people's salaries, for example. Like, so it costs more to live there, but people make more there. But then you have jobs like mine where I'm like, I would make the same amount there. And even you have people working remote. Like, I feel like it's just not the same that it once was. Oh my gosh. My muffins are ready. Let's give them a little peek. Oh, they do not look ready at all. What the heck? A little update on the muffins. They look okay. I'm going to be very curious as to how they will taste, but they definitely, I think we're going to be okay. I think. I must come clean that I did make a mistake. I was supposed to keep the dry ingredients and the wet ingredients separate, and I did not. And I knew it. I mean, I didn't know it as I was doing it, but yeah. For my outfit tonight, I already know what pants I am wearing. These are actually leggings. Like, they fully, not even jeggings, they fully feel like leggings, like 100%, but they look like jeans. I thought they were so cool. I got them heavily discounted. What was the name of the store? They're going out of business. Soft Surroundings. Okay, so they're actually going to be online only from now on, but they're going out of business in Cincinnati, and so I decided to get them. I know skinny jeans aren't in, but listen, I love my over-the-knee boots. Like, I'm always gonna do it, okay? I'm sorry, I'm not in with the crowd. It's all okay. And then I have 3 options for my top. All right, this is option 1, which I'm not sold on. I feel like it's just too much tightness, especially for just like a casual get-together. All right, this is the look we're going with. Another top from Lulu's, actually. This one just felt a little more casual, I guess. I don't know, but we're running a little bit late. Zach is in the kitchen cooking away.
Wanted to match? You went with jeans and a black top?
That is a thing that couples like subconsciously match.
Not subconscious when I've had my outfit on an hour.
All right, so it's official. These are our offerings. We don't have time to try it before, so that's scary. And then I also made a whole bunch of potato wedges, which this is like overflowing. I hope I can fit it all. And I've decided I'm wearing my big fur coat. My mom got this for me a few years ago, like I think like 5 years ago at this point. It was like the year Zach and I met on super discount at Macy's. And like I never really break it out because like it is a lot, but the occasion was right. And what are your predictions for the muffins, Zach?
Smashing hit, as always, with you, dear. You're such the baker these days.
Such the baker. Did you see them, though? They definitely look a little odd.
Most of the stuff you bake does, but it's just your little special touch you put in. Little Clancy ingredient.
2 a.m. in the car playing our favorite song. Turn it up, windows down, we sing along. The summer night is just...
I'm so embarrassed. I have had the most productive morning ever. Went to the gym and I figured I'd squeeze in some grocery shopping. Went to the register. I forgot my freaking card. Oh my gosh. So Zach is currently on the way. My savior. It's a lot later. Zach had saved the day before. We're actually on our way to meet up with his parents in a town in the Cincinnati area called Loveland, which is like one of our favorite towns ever. It's like just such good suburban vibes. The one bad thing about Loveland, though, it's kind of far from downtown. I think it's like 30-ish minutes, 30-ish.
I mean, we're not going to Loveland.
What do you mean? Where are we going?
We're going to 50 West.
Where's 50?
Not in Loveland.
Is it near Loveland?
No.
I just go with the flow. Like Zach literally 15 minutes ago was like, my parents are going here. Do you want to come? And I said, yes. Clearly it's a very casual outing. But I have to update you guys on the muffins. Oh my, Zach, you say it.
Yeah, the muffins were They were good.
Oh.
So you've been all over the place in the kitchen.
I was so pleased, and I was horrified because I put the muffins upstairs in the house, and our friend was like, oh, I tried one of the muffins, which I needed to like give a disclaimer, like I haven't tried these yet, they look sketchy, and so I was like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, what did it taste like? I think I'm gonna we're having friends over tomorrow. I think I'm gonna make them again. Like, they just were so freaking good. I forgot how good a chocolate chip muffin is. Okay, I am currently about to get in Zach's car. If you know, you know. Do you know what this is, Zach?
Your mom's thing.
How does my mom's candy get in Zach's car? It's literally like a disorder or like an issue. Like, I've never met someone who is just totally okay with like, oh, here's my candy, I'm done with it. Let me just chuck the wrapper on the floor. Oh my gosh.